Oh well. Alright, where are we at here? Let's see. Jeez. See that lip in that thing?
Yeah.
No light.
Okay. Those are from the factory that way.
The intakes are the same, but this one has a huge lip in it. The exhaust over here don't have that big lip. This one here is a lot different than this one.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, paid extra to have good work like that done.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, first thing we notice is the valve guides are already way short.
Yeah.
We just did that other set of heads. It was 750 installed.
650.
So we're about 625 right now. So you don't have you don't have very much support here for a valve guide. All right, so get all this stuff cleaned up.
For the good heads I thought I had, they ain't so good.
They are what they are. So the clearance is good. Good work. Broken in.
Broken in.
Not broken, just broken in. Okay, let's put the valve
Yeah, it's way on the bottom.
way in there. It's got a big groove welded. There's a huge groove in that thing.
Is there?
Yeah, over here. Where do you keep? I keep chasing you. Yeah, let's go back over here. You film.
Okay.
Instead of you running from me, you can film over here. So you got a big groove on that sucker. And see, this one's way on the inside too. Yeah, so you might as well just put like an 1/8 inch smaller valve in this motor, because that's what all they're using. I don't know what the hell's up with that, but the tips are worn pretty heavy too.
Yeah.
Alright, time for some work. Let's see, I don't know if that guy's coming back for a sprocket he said he wanted. I think he paid for it too, I think.
Oh.
The first thing I do is butt the valve off.
Yeah.
You have a groove in it. It's groovy, boss. Smoother.
Yeah.
Is it better?
They must have had those valves really set. Really.
You got roller rocker on it originally, or
No, it had regular. Got rollers now.
they're probably chewed up.
I'm sure they are. I think that's why the guy had the motor all above and bought up the swabby. It looked like it was a leaker.
Everything was touching it was junk.
Yeah. I don't know who built the motor, but it was junk.
I don't know, but it's first class workmanship, obviously. Alright, let's go see what we're going to do here. Yep, get rid of that fine. 70s. Missed a step. I didn't need that.
You don't want it? I didn't tell you need it, but it makes it easier.
Boil that. It's brought to you. Looks like it's the right one, maybe. Yeah. Oh, that's way too slow. Grandma speed. No, grandma.
I didn't realize houses over here were worth $650,000
Yeah.
for these old houses.
Everything is in the city.
But when I paid for 76 for mine, that was a lot of money. You know,
Everything is.
it's just the way the world is. You know.
Mark in here.
Yeah.
You really feel it too. That's for the chrome and the stainless next in crappy job. You get to see it big mark like that. But that's a low spot because that one took off the highest spot. That's what I'm using. I'm using one of these. Here's the other number. Look that up and see how much it cost.
I never seen those before. I never involved before. I don't know.
It cost too much.
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
All you gotta do is say that one word on there, son, and
Yeah,
it'll cost
and
too
you
much.
know, God,
It's like putting Cadillac on it.
like putting Rolls Royce on there.
Yeah, sometimes that too. Yeah, same crappy valve.
Yeah. Yeah, these heads aren't as great as I thought they were.
You pay anything for them, that's what you get.
Somebody paid a lot for those things.
Yeah. It's loose going on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spot.
Let's see it.
See up in there too.
Yeah.
Those are low spots. So when you put that in the valve grinder and it tries to center off of those spots, guess what happens?
Yeah.
Kicks the valve way off center. So that means it's going to be fun to grind the valve. Yeah, these valves are used.
Yeah, well, in my lifetime, I won't run it that far. I was younger.
Yep.
Yeah. Easy.
These are not new.
Yeah.
All right. Now for the fun part. Trying to get the grind straight.
Yeah, but such good valves, Toby.
See how close they come in. Yeah, maybe we should put it on the correct angle. We're not doing Indians anymore. Indians have a weird valve angle. What's your Harley to use?
45.
One of those two. I go to second number.
44?
45. 40 is a little shallow.
Yeah, I said 45.
You said 45.
Yeah. So I had to think.
So that was 40 and then 5? No, neither one of those two. So you can see the angle down the ground there.
Oh.
It's not just where, it's just the angle's different too. You can see I'm on 45 down here, so they had it grounded some of the number. Probably 44. So
That's probably why it didn't fit.
Second attempt at getting it square. Find the right spot. Bubble. No holes. Get a little bit of a back cut. There's a conservative back cut for you. One down. Get any of that in the video? I'm just filming down here.
I'm filming it.
I could get no nasty comments about it.
Well, yeah, you get sappy comments anytime I film anything.
Yeah, see, same problem.
Same problem.
A lot of people do that. They don't like grinding stuff in the same angles.
Well, we used to do cars up in Montana. It was 44 on the valves and 45 on the seats.
Yeah, that's because they couldn't make it accurate. When you make them both the same, you have to have good equipment. If you make everything a mismatch and leave it nice and loose, it'll self-center. So any moron can do it. Just like you don't back cut valves because it makes it so much narrower.
Right.
You have to actually hit in the right spot. Takes away that air factor you have.
Yeah, we used to cut them at 3 angles.
Adjust the stones so it cuts better. Okay, now I do the exhaust. Dumbass. 45 would help. Okay. I'm going to bang it in this way. fingers over here getting hit.
Oh.
Camera. Right, hit right there. Thing's so far back.
Another one.
Same angle deal. That actually is a little bit more on the inside than the outside. It's the opposite. Let's double check my mark. There's 45.
No.
One more even. Go with that one.
There you go.
You like that one? Give a little back cut too, just for the hell of it. Next.
Thing.
It's pretty even. The angle's pretty close. Fogs out just a touch, but it's pretty close. Concentricity is not quite where we want it, but try a different spot. Sounds good right there.
Yeah.
Good. There's another one. Alright, I'll clean these up, I'll be back. Let me just beat that with a big hammer, what happened?
Need a hammer?
We got a dowel pin over here, see?
Yeah.
Camera. Dowel pin. Dowel pin.
Oh.
Yeah, it gives you a pivot point. These hold off the rocker box. Bolts, two of them.
Do you have to make that plate or?
Nope. Part of the tooling you can buy. If you have an extra couple grand laying around, you can pick up your own.
No, that's all right.
You don't need one?
Not in this late in life. I don't need half the shit I got.
I'll make you a good deal on the other one if you want.
What's that?
I can make you a good deal on the used one.
No, that's all right.
2,100 because I got to buy new ones.
Why you gotta buy a new one?
So I'll see you my used one. It's got a nick in it. Must be damaged.
Yeah, all right. Got a nick down here too.
Oh, you got to get in the machine too. I'll make you a deal on that too. Okay, what do we work on last? We did intakes, didn't we? gonna do intake side first. Size guide you got?
That size?
Nope.
Nope. Bigger.
Nope. Must be worn out.
It's worn out.
You're not following the camera with your eyeballs.
Yeah, that's a big mistake I make.
And just dip right to the biggest one. Yeah, that might be too big, but it's close. That noise is you.
I didn't even hear it.
You have to give it a notice. You're leaning on top of that and it was flexible as hell. Trying to break my air nozzle.
Yeah, I planned it from when I woke up this morning to come down here and break your air nozzle.
I knew it. I just
It's
knew
been my great plan in my life
it. It was.
to come down here and fucking irritate you.
That's right. I knew it the whole time. I just knew that.
Yeah. I didn't come down over the weekend because you told me you did not to come down.
I didn't tell you not to come.
Yeah, you did.
Got work
You
to
said, I'll see you Monday.
I got work to do. You can come whenever you want. I don't care. You can come by next Sunday too. I won't be here, but you can come by if you want.
No, that's all right.
Go play in the heat.
It's going to be hot up there.
I don't know. It might be cloudy.
Hope you get the race.
Is that too much angle?
Yeah, it's a little.
Might rain.
I thought it was going to rain today.
It can threaten rain all week long. There's thunderstorms out there everywhere. It's usually on the other side of the mountains, though, coming up through Arizona. Monsoon season is here.
Yeah, I don't think Jim was too happy with me.
That's why it's nice and hot around here in Haven. It's almost like back east for you, but not nearly as bad.
Yeah, usually, I always took off this time of year. I went to Montana. You know, it was higher mountains. It's still hot, but not, you know, you got all those lakes and rivers and everything else.
Okay, there's that. Tight. How's this one? Oh, it's way off. So you get the bubble right. See the bubble?
Yeah.
It's called gravity. Gravity works good for accuracy. Close enough. How far to go? That's pretty good. Enough line off. Line. And this one's off the half the other way, see? There it is right there. So you're one full line off right there, one of those little lines. That's the air between the two. Pretty close. Alright, what size valve you got?
2 inch.
What are you looking at? Look at me again?
Yep.
Are you close enough? You want to get a little closer?
No, I want to go back.
So these are bigger than the last guys?
No, it's same as the last. We measured them before.
We did?
Yep.
I don't have to check this?
The exact same.
What if I check it just to make sure, because I trust you?
Check it. Never trusted anybody in your life. Why would you start now?
I think they're slightly smaller. Cut it in a different spot. Pointer's not quite the same. Sure those are 2 inch? I got my own over there. Milling machine's closer than over there. Yeah, see, that's why they're not 2 inch. They're 1/9/45.
Oh.
Was the other one 2 inches?
Smaller than 2 inches.
That's why I trust you. You're filming again. Your head's turned over here and your camera's not.
Yeah, well, my head's somewhere else.
So's the pointer. adjustment. This will tell me whether the pointer's off for you. I think somebody bumped the pointer. We'll find out. That's not the same cutter I just used. I think so. I think I use this one. Yeah. All right, let's go see what happened here. Ooh, that's a big difference. Well, of course, these seats are way on the inside, weren't they? That's a big cut. All right. That's going to be a big one. That's coming on the inside.
Yeah.
Come way down the inside. See, it's boring out the center throat. See, way down on the inside of this radius here, because the port's so small. So I'm boring the throat out right now. Not all the throat, only the upper part of it. See, the whole seat's been bored out.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when I see something like that, it tells me I'm screwing up everything big time. So let's find out if I am or not. So we're up. See that?
Yeah, it looks good.
See, I'm right on the very, very tip top of that cutter. See? There's no top angle on that right now. Look how much I bored that seat up. See, the port's a lot bigger than the seat is.
Yeah.
Because the seat's not cut big enough.
So what do we do?
Well, you can either leave it like that, or you can open the damn thing up and let it breathe. Which one do you like?
Open up my breathe.
You're a breathing type guy?
I used to be a breeding kind of guy, but
That's a totally different thing. Okay, how much was this? $9.45?
944,
$9.40.
40,
So you drop 140 off of that. What number you get?
140 off of it? 945, 800.
1-800.
1-800.
What's the minimum size on that?
1/875.
Get in the camera to see it. You think I get a smaller one? It's too big. I'll drop back to this one. What are you filming?
Trying to get that thing you just got in your hand.
Why don't you unblow it up? You're way the hell out there and blow up. Oh, now you can see.
I was trying to get that number.
It's right there. You want to see it? How about that?
There we go. I got it now.
You got that? What size is that one? 687. That's less than 1/800. Okay, now you get this thing to 800. It's not 800. It is on this side over here. Right there. Somewhere's 800. That's 1/800. So that's 140 less than what your head is right now. What your valve is. That's your minimum size to go. We'll drop another 10 off just to be safe. It'd be like a cruising motor.
Cruising motor, yeah. There's one more trip to Sturgis, and that's all I want.
So what size is this going to be?
1/800.
No. Maybe smaller, remember?
10 under.
Mm-hmm.
11 under.
12. We're not sure. We'll take a cut, and we always come back and redo it. It's real easy to take more off. It's hard to put it back.
Yeah.
I don't know what your port looks like, so figure it out. It's not the right cutter. See, I'm being conservative. See how much I'm cutting out?
Yeah.
How conservative is that?
Yeah.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
That's my small number. This is a hot rod job, we do more than that. Remember how the port was too big before?
Yeah.
Now it's too small.
That's too small. Yeah.
Got some more to go. Maybe we'll go a little more. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna breathe some air now?
Yeah. Grind it a little.
A little different than that one and this one?
Yeah, a little difference.
These were not performance heads, were they?
No. They're better than Harley, but not much. bit better.
Look how even those ports are.
Yeah.
See the core shift? See the core shift?
What's that?
See the core shift?
Yeah.
See, this one's pretty even on both
Right.
sides. This one over here, got a huge amount of
Huge
dirt
amount.
over there, not much over here.
Yeah.
Not very even.
No. Junk heads.
It's called bowl porting. You have to port out the bowl a little bit. So it needs a little more work in that one. The only problem is I can't use the cutter I use over here is one I have to use for that. So we'll have to come back to this port. So for now, I'll go ahead and finish off what we did up here. See, now the seats look like the last set of heads we did too, except slightly bigger on the ID.
Mm-hmm.
When you have that big ID in there, it takes the cutter and it shoves it side to side like that where you're trying to cut it, so it knocks the concentricity off. So when you cut the bowl out, it makes it a lot more accurate
Right.
when you're done. Okay, so now we got that knocked out. We got a little bit of a lip there, but I didn't add much, it was already there. So you can see top angles right in here. So now we come back with the other cutter we just got done using before. We got this one. Now this head, we're not going to be cutting around the whole side of it like we did before. I'm barely even cutting it, looks like. I told you I want to see that line
Yeah,
across
I
the
can
top.
see the shine.
So now that's flowed out. So you really cut a lot of metal out the backside in here, because that's where it was really restricted at. A little bit off the side here, but everything else is already pretty well opened up. Now you take this and you lap in your valve now and see how far off it is. I already can hear the comments, but I overcut it already. Made it way too big.
I don't think so. You
Right
might hear
now.
the comments, but I don't think so.
It's smaller than this nest head right now. This is only a 1/950 valve, theirs is 2-inch.
You should have done this for the factory.
Yeah, your point?
Point, it was pretty junk.
Maybe that's why my shit runs better in the factory still?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, remember that.
No, that's what Flow Bench does.
Full bench guy? Genius? Okay. Now you notice my valve angle is not on the inside edge, it's on the outside,
Right.
where it belongs. Okay, this switch head.
Rear.
Oh, you figured it out. That's not for Rick?
No, it's not for Rick.
Oh. Well,
It's for Rick, but it's not Rick.
don't put Dick, put Rick.
Put Deadhead.
Okay, now you make sure you got a nice seat all the way around. Looks like I've got a nice gray edge right
Yeah.
there. So see, now it's nice and float, except for the inside sucks. I'm gonna have to come back to do that
Right.
because I'm gonna have to cut this side before I can do that. That's the disadvantage of cutting the intake first. Of course, we didn't know the head was all screwed up. Okay, now I gotta come back and do the same thing on this one. Oh my God, that's the wrong cutter. That's why it hit.
Here's one down
So it
here.
hit over here real hard.
Oh well.
That might have moved the cutter a little bit. It also bends them.
Does it?
Yeah, it bends them back when you do that shit. I've straightened these more than once. Stuff like that has happened before. Let me get back over here. Sure you're not too close? Sure
I'm
you're real
positive.
Close to me.
I'm too close.
I want you to back up a little bit.
Because I was talking to you and I wasn't paying attention.
Probably zoomed in on top of it.
Probably.
Well, they'll catch some of it. Okay, what are we doing now?
Cutting the seat.
Cutting the other seat. Hum going there. Alright, finally got where I wanted to be. Took a while. Okay, now we come back in with a big one. Oh yeah, it's in there. Thought I was getting a little too deep. All right. Did we take out too much metal?
No, I just took out a lot. Make it flow better.
I don't know. It might not.
Yeah.
Didn't have my airflow gauge going this week.
I'm gonna send it to that flow bench guy. Tell him to make it flow.
Find out if it flows better. Might be a waiting list. All the work going that way now. See how centered this one is because mine kicked off center when I hit it. That part looks good. How's this part look good? Pretty faint on that side, but it's there. Alright. I didn't recenter it if I kicked it over. Okay. It's a very faint grind on that one. We'll have to check that. Make sure it's light tight. Okay, I got the exhaust. Hey, they're big too. What are you filming over there?
Filming you screwing.
Screwing up the stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna make a video.
Make a video of me screwing it up?
Yeah.
Good. Which time? You got. Okay, where's your exhaust? What size are these?
I don't know.
Same as the last guy?
Supposed to be.
Yeah, but are they? 610, how much was it his? What size were his?
I thought they were 16. I thought I measured them, but I was off on the other one, so I'm not gonna say I'm on these ones.
Oh, okay. We'll just go with it. Alright, how close was I? Appears I'm off a little bit. About this way. That's pretty close. Shocked. This one. Oh, this one's way the hell off. How'd my back look? It's clean?
Back look blue.
Nice and clean, not dirty or anything?
No.
Good, I don't want to look bad in public.
What, tell you that you work? That you aren't a suit and tie guy?
Oh yeah. Got my studio clothes on today.
Yeah. But do you work for a living? You're ashamed of that? I wouldn't be.
That's way off. These ones are off a little bit. Yeah. Do these independently. So how constipated this side going to be? Can't put my finger in there. It's pretty small. Okay, what size is this one going to be?
You just measured it.
610 minus 550 minus 150. So what size you want?
610 minus 150?
Mm-hmm.
Not that one.
How about this one? Look at that. Seems like it's on a 1/500. So it's 10. What's 610 minus 150?
610 minus 150 would be 460. 460.
460?
Am I wrong?
I don't know, it sounds pretty small. 610, 510, and another 50. So much?
460.
25, 20, 10, 100. There's 60. Appears to be a little small. For high performance application, I make it bigger. This is a weenie bike, so.
Yeah, it's only 88 inches.
That's right. I'll keep it small. Touring applications.
Yeah, well,
Appears I'm going to be opening up a little bit. Kind of like the other side was. I'm cutting that much out.
not deep enough.
I've seen Harley's done like that before, from Harley.
How do I find that not hard to believe?
Yeah.
If that guy in that assembly line was even there, he was probably,
Even on the screen needle parts is that way. Most screen needle parts are like that.
well, they're made in China. I work for Caterpillar. I know how production line works. He's lucky if the guy even know what a part is they're making. See?
Appears to be opening up a little bit.
Yeah. It took more than 10,000 at a time.
Took about 100th out of there, looks like. Sure glad I didn't cut too much. Well, I can put my finger in there now.
Oh man, that's the way it's supposed to be. You can't put your finger in it.
That's how I do it. Can't put your finger in there, it's no fun.
I think I was just gonna lap the valve and that was it.
Right. Get a lot of lapping to get this far out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, lap at the side should be good now. You might need some cores. I got some 60 here.
Yeah.
That's pretty coarse lapping comes on a 60 grit. Feeling my shirt again? You get my elbow. You get my elbow that time?
Yeah, well.
It's good.
Everybody wants to know what your elbow looks like.
It's got hair on it.
Every mind wants to know.
Every inquiring mind.
You'll get comments about it now.
Oh well. I'm fucking heartbroken already. Oh, what did I forget? What did I forget?
The other cut.
Nope. Centering it because the heads are a little off. You're skewed a little bit more on the other one. So I have to separate it.
High quality work they did at the factory.
Diamond factory.
I think that's just the name the guy had put on those.
Oh. Well, they're diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Diamonds in the rough. There you go. Look at that.
That's fancy.
Right there where it belongs now.
I like aluminum valve seats.
They're not quite that big, but we're getting there.
No, I'm just joking. What about those little panhead brass seats? They must cut like,
Actually cut pretty hard. They're nickel bronze.
are they?
They're pretty good quality. That's why they live so many years.
They do live a long time.
And we're already there. Because these seats are sitting way up in the air.
Yeah.
See, they got that big lip up on there?
Mm-hmm.
See, I already cut. I already figured out it was going to be that way. And it is.
Is what it is.
Yep. Okay. That one's done. Which one's this one?
The rear.
It's the Rick valve.
Brick valve.
Okay, good.
Go two ways.
I got a couple of them laying around.
You know,
I've seen two of those now with the Rick on them.
that's so you won't forget them.
Mm-hmm. I saw in gas smoking how much you're really supposed to use.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't tried to
See
pick
that
up.
container?
Yeah.
They had those big cans because they used it more. See,
Yeah.
It's a small container, but it lasts me years.
And how many years that lasted you?
They used half of that big container. It was like a pint in the first job they did.
Really?
Yeah. It looked like it was coarse grit too.
Looks pretty good.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's not very good. Just right on out there where it belongs.
Yeah.
Geez, that's terrible. Quality work around here sucks.
Don't tell them. They'll think you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, look at the airflow.
Yeah.
That was like that intake port on that Screaming Eagle head. Look at that. Except not quite as bad. Yeah. Just the reverse of those jobs. You know, they're terrible. Okay, now what are we gonna do?
We're gonna do the other one.
I'm gonna beat the head the other way now. So we had to go up, now we gotta go down. Right about there. Make it like that.
Make it like that.
Appears to be a little bit of a lip on that one. This is the one that was sunk, remember?
Yeah.
I'd have to equalize that a long ways to make it the same height as this one.
Would they have one of these machines like Gas Monkey?
They wouldn't know how to use one of these things.
That's what you need to do is get a
You had one of these, I think.
you need to get on a television program every week.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, oh yeah. You can buy a lot of stuff with what they get paid.
Yeah, they give you shit. Damn, I could get a flow bench then.
Yeah, well you get one if you got it.
You can still get that lip in there. I cut some of it away though.
Yeah, that's good enough.
You can hear it. Here's one on this side too.
Yeah,
Here's that one too.
it'll never know the difference.
You have to go near the grinder and knock that out a little bit. How's that one?
Oh, it said battery is low.
That's right, we got